This is KCCP, Kansas City's only community programming television station. The following program, produced through the facilities of American Cablevision's KCCP, is the product of an independent producer and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of American Cablevision, its staff, or management.
Welcome once again to Entertainment Spectrum. I'm Erwin K Roberts, your host, and tonight we are going to have some more movie featurettes for you. Now let's face it, folks, they're trying to sell you a ticket or two, but even if you don't want to see the particular movies, if you are curious about movies at all, you might learn something about movie making, movie stars, and movie promotions just by keeping an eye on what we've got for you in the next 30 minutes. So, let's roll tape.
In a research lab one rainy night, Dr. Stephen Mills will do something no other scientist has ever done before. Using a radar beam, he will reach out of our solar system and create total havoc in another planetary system, not to mention in his own life.
I didn't only get out of the solar system, I just went out of the galaxy.
For Dr. Stephen Mills is about to have an alien encounter.
Wow, quite a spread.
Dan Aykroyd, Kim Basinger, and John Lovitz star in the new comedy from Weintraub Entertainment, My Stepmother is an Alien, directed by Richard Benjamin.
Here was the story of a little girl and her dad who were taking care of each other the best they could, and here it is set up that they're looking for somebody, and someone's coming, that's for sure. She isn't coming from around the corner or from Fresno or from San Francisco. She's passing Saturn at the moment.
Oh! Look at Neptune now!
Come on, Dad, we'll
Look
be
at
late for
Neptune.
Uncle Ron's party.
Well, I think he's like every absent-minded professor, dedicated scientist that we've seen in movies in America for the last 30 years. He's completely into his work. The daughter, Jessie, is sort of the main anchor at home.
Dave, bon appetit.
So that when Celeste drops into his life, things get pretty exciting.
Now will you tell me the composition of your radar beam?
Wackygram, right?
He's always into his work and never goes out with women. And I'm the opposite. I'm his brother. I'm a millionaire. I'm a playboy and always, trying to find women. I was reading through the script and I knew Kim Basinger was playing the alien. And I was reading through it and it said my character kisses her. He really kisses her. So I started screaming, I get to kiss Kim Basinger? I get to kiss her? Well, of course I'll do it, I don't need to read the rest of this.
Hi. Hi.
So here comes this woman who's on this mission to save her planet.
Order.
Thank you. Delicious.
Everything is brand new for her. So everything she sees, everything she tastes, everything she does is for the first time.
I must be boring the pants off you.
No, they're still on.
Good.
I think you have to just forget that you know things, that things are so obvious and they're so second nature to you. You have to really, really become childlike, almost like a newborn.
You're funny, you're intelligent, and you understand my work, and now you want to have sex?
I want to have sex.
Don't you?
Do you?
Yes!
No, I do too. As soon as I find out what it is.
I think there's a beautiful human factor here. It sounds corny, but it's just love It's just love and what it really is, and real tears and pain and fear and life. That's what this movie is about. That's why I love it.
My Stepmother is an Alien involves many special effects. The challenge for director Benjamin was to not allow the effects to overwhelm the story.
Where's this lightning supposed to strike? Right here! Here!
To accomplish this, Benjamin turned to Oscar winner John Dykstra, best known for his special effects work on Star Wars and Star Trek the Motion Picture.
You can't go into it quite the same way you do a space opera, because in those cases, in many situations, the miniatures are used 100 times in the film with vast chase sequences and so forth. That's not the case here.
All right, here we go.
Almost every scene we have includes a live-action component shot on set. So we have to interface extensively with Dick Klein and the photography that he's doing of the original photography. And what it does is it sells the audience on the idea that they really are on this huge dish on top of this huge building, and it puts them in the environment.
If you don't have patience, you can't do this. I mean, here are special effects totally integrated into this movie, and people interact with them, and they're part of the comedy, the funniness of this thing. I've got everybody out in this parking lot watching the spaceship land, and I'm out there yelling, here it comes, oh, it's coming over the house, it's glowing, and it's purple, and it's golden, and they're going, ooh, ah, and they say, now the wind comes, and big fans come up, you know, and it's like people in a crazy house, because they go, oh, no, oh, God, it's beautiful, yes, yes, and the wind is blowing, the lights come up on them, everything, it's so bright you can't look at it. There's nothing there. It's just an empty parking lot with some lines on the street.
We have everything in it. You have the family situation. We have an extraterrestrial situation. We have two different worlds. We have love. We have sex. We have humor. We have drama. We have fear. We have... It's wonderful.
Room to move. Everybody needs room to move. Everybody wants room to move. Everybody needs room to move.
I spend my whole career trying to prove there's life on other planets, and when I find it, I marry it. Hello, I'd like to report this girl in trouble.
Sir, may I have your name, please?
Would you listen to the girl in trouble, okay? It's the mill. It's the bar on Mill Road.
Sarah Tobias is assaulted, and nobody helps her. When she cries for justice, nobody hears her.
I heard somebody screaming, and it was me.
Except one lawyer. Together, Sarah and Assistant District Attorney Catherine Murphy bring to trial the people as dangerous as the men who committed the crime, the witnesses who let it happen.
Do you really want to go into court and ask a jury to lock up a bunch of people for clapping and cheering?
Clapping, cheering, pushing, goading.
You haven't got more important things to do than go to trial with a sure loser?
Kelly McGillis is Catherine Murphy, and Jodie Foster is Sarah Tobias in The Accused. This contemporary drama from the producers of Fatal Attraction raises important questions.
Is it human nature to watch a crime on the street happen and not do anything? Is that really our nature, or is it our nature, honestly, to go and help?
Yeah, I was here, but I didn't see what happened.
I don't know anything about it.
The Accused takes a dramatic look at human nature.
You watched? You put on a great show.
At how easy and how costly it is to remain uninvolved.
I could hear him yelling and clapping and cheering. And then he put his hands over my mouth and over my face. And I shut my eyes.
This provocative story, written by Tom Topor, attracted director Jonathan Kaplan and producers Stanley R. Jaffe and Sherry Lansing.
I always, my whole life, wanted to do a movie about the crime of omission, the crime of standing by and watching something happen.
Have any of us ever gone through life and seen a crime take place and done nothing to prevent it? And I think for most people the answer would be yes.
It is not a movie about a rape. It's a movie about a crime that nobody stops and everybody could have.
A big deal, they watched. I bet you if you asked 1,000 people, 999 would watch. It's no crime.
They did more than watch, and that is a crime.
This isn't my business. I don't care about this.
Yes, you do.
We would hope that had we been in these circumstances that we would have reacted differently, that we would have made that call, that we would have run out of there, that we would have, maybe we would have helped, the victim or whatever. But unless you're there, you'll never know what you do.
You're just like all the others. You're not like all the others, you're worse.
That's not true. I'm not like that. I'm not like that, okay?
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Me too.
Sarah Tobias's shocking ordeal transforms the lives of two women in search of others with the strength to tell the truth.
Mr. Joyce, do you believe that Sarah Tobias instigated that rape?
No, I don't.
The accused tells a story of courage and of conscience, and an important idea gains new meaning.
It does bring up the fact that people are responsible for human beings. We all are responsible for other human beings on this earth, which I think is very important.
When Danny Pope comes home from school one day, he notices a strange, unmarked car. He knows what it means. Once again, his family is on the run.
We got shoes, 2 cars, 4 feds.
They're fugitives, wanted by the FBI for a crime they committed in political protest 17 years ago.
Ralph, the cat needs to be fed.
Judd Hirsch, Christine Lottie, River Phoenix, and Martha Plimpton star in Running on Empty, directed by Sidney Lumet.
Bless you. There's a kid in my class who's really crazy.
You're not exactly the poster child for mental health.
Well, it's a tender picture, very gentle in its feeling and in the way it's done.
What are you doing with that safety pin?
What safety pin?
Even though it's enormously emotional, the emotions are really one of sharing. It's really about a picture about letting people go with love.
The family is incredibly close, but our kids have become our life because we're not able to, as people, Artie and I are not able to function as people in the normal sense of the word. We can't have careers because we can't risk being caught.
What's your mother's name?
Just stop it.
I'm waiting.
Cynthia.
And your brother?
Stephen, all right? Well, Danny is doing basically what I do, and that's acting. And so he has the only time you really see him himself is when he's at home with his family. And even then, he's very confused because he doesn't know who he should be, because he's always moving and always changing his identity, hair color, name, so on and so forth. I feel kind of lousy, you know?
You're supposed to feel that way at 17.
Oh, really? Well, it's terrific not recognizing yourself when you look in the mirror. It's wonderful having a new name every 6 months.
I'm tired of it. I'm, as they say, running on empty. I'm tired of that kind of life, of constantly being afraid and watchful of being caught and having no continuity or stability in our lives, giving our kids no sense of, obviously, of a home or continuity or security.
Despite the Pope's desire to blend in, Danny's musical talent catches the attention of his new high school music teacher. His encouraging Danny to attend the Juilliard School of Music further threatens the fragile stability of the family.
I taught you.
I taught you, we cannot break rank. A unit is only as good as its weakest link. We're a unit! I taught you all of this. Don't you remember that? I don't want to hear you talking about this in front of your mother or your brother. Do you hear me? I said, do you hear me?
He grows up. He just wants out. He wants out on his own. Wants to be his own person, which any 16 and a half, 17-year-old normally comes to.
So what about you? I don't know a thing about you. You might as well have sprung full grown out of the head of Zeus. Who are your parents, Ozzy and Harriet?
Yeah, sometimes.
Further complicating the Pope's hold on their son Danny is Lorna, an independent young woman with whom Danny finds support and love.
That's beautiful.
It's for your mother.
Lorna really inspires, I think, Danny to have the courage to do what he has to do, you know, and even if it involves breaking up the family, a lot of families break up. And it's usually for little domestic problems that aren't nearly as severe as this situation. I wanted to explain why I can't talk about a lot of things. Like college. I can't go to college. I can't leave them. And I wanted to tell you why I couldn't be with you. Not without your knowing. I didn't want to lie to you. Now, I have no right in telling this to you. It's dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for them.
When he finally tells her what needs to be said, I think she understands being trapped. She can understand being trapped. What she can't understand is his feeling of needing to stay there.
There's something very inevitable about the situation, and eventually these feelings are they're just gonna explode.
We're finished here.
We don't have much time.
Meet you there. Aren't we supposed to question authority? You taught me that. Who do you think you are, General Patton?
If he goes, we're never going to see him again. And that is unacceptable to me.
They need me.
I need you.
Look what we're doing to these kids. They've been running their whole lives like criminals.
I love you.
There's nothing left to go back to now. There's only us and the boys.
Now, watch out for these next couple of folks, because there's been a few horror pictures come out, and here's a little behind-the-scenes footage on them. But don't be surprised at anything that pops up on your screen in the next few minutes.
Hey, where are you going?
Good guys are on TV.
Well, I may have something better for you.
What?
This isn't groceries.
Dolls are the toys of choice for children of all ages. But in United Artists' suspense thriller Child's Play, that choice may be this child's last.
I knew you'd get me one.
Show me how he works, okay?
Hi, I'm Andy. What's your name? Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
Wow, he's something, isn't he?
He sure is. He's something more than the battery-powered doll that he appears to be. He's something evil.
Andy, look! Now, you don't really think that Chucky is alive, do you?
But he is.
Andy, stop it!
There's something about dolls and dolls coming alive that's a common fear that everybody understands because they felt it as children, or they've turned off the lights in a darkened child's room, and all of a sudden very benevolent toys take on a frightening aspect.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
When I was a kid, I was scared to death of my sister's dolls. To me, it was the eyes. They just constantly stare, and they seem to know all.
I think that people find the idea of a doll that comes to life something that obviously harkens back to me, to childhood. That there's nothing so horrible as what the imagination creates. I went in today and watched a particular scene in which the doll attacked somebody, and I suddenly realized what this picture is going to be like. It's going to be scarier than hell.
Scary because this doll is the state of the art. The brainchild of wunderkind creature maker Kevin Yeager.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Chucky's designer was the first role cast by Chucky's creator, producer David Kirshner.
Kevin was a lucky guess, although Rick Baker, who was pretty much the top of the group of those guys, said that this is the one, this is the kid to watch, this is the one who in the next 5 years will be the superstar. And based on what we've seen here, it's absolutely true.
Once Kirshner decided upon Yeager, the next step was developing the right look for Chucky.
We sat down and we spoke, and he sketched, and I sketched, and he seemed to have an understanding of what the character should be and how it should come to life.
Did I get you wet? Yeah. How about a sneeze? I like that. Ready? Sleepy. Gesundheit.
9 different animatronic dolls were designed, including the flailing Chucky, the demonstrative standing Chucky, and the walking Chucky.
This is the most intricate of all the puppets. There's so many instances where the doll has to walk completely on its own without any kind of limited movement in how many steps it takes. This thing can take up to probably about 10 feet within different shots.
But in every case, the key to Chucky's personality was the design of his face and head.
The eyes do exactly what our eyes do. And with the lids, we can bring his brows down in the middle, or up a real sad sort of look.
This is the most intricate head. We put a test skin on it for now, just with some flesh tone on it. So we could practice with it. It's probably one of the most difficult things because Steve's got to coordinate jaw movement with lip movement to get him to pronounce A-E-I-O-U and all the vowels. E-I-O-U.
Give me the power, I beg of you!
In addition to the puppeteer working the mouth, an articulated Chucky can require up to 8 more puppeteers.
That's the best.
This is probably, as far as I know, the most sophisticated puppet movie ever done. I mean, you really believe Chucky is alive sometimes.
He's $1 million actor, this doll, and it's amazing. One would think that it would fall apart constantly, and it hasn't come apart once in this film, which is better than the rest of us.
Say goodbye, Chucky.
It's been fun, but I gotta go. And you have a date with death.
is everybody ready now to go out and buy 10 dozen movie tickets? Probably not. But maybe you found something that you think you'll enjoy tonight from watching Entertainment Spectrum. Let us know about it, and we'll see you next week.